Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel everybody. So I am so excited to share with you February's stamp set. It is actually a bundle. It is the Notes of Nature and the coordinating dies. So this video of course is airing February 3rd, the day before my anniversary. So we are going to be making a bridge fold. Actually, I've made like 5 or 6 of these, I feel like right now. So anyway, so let me show you our card. We are using the tartan foil paper because I was like trying to figure out what I have that I could use with this set. And I bought this, oh my goodness, when it first came out. And I never used it. I was like so kicking myself for buying it. I was like, are you really going to use this? And now I have a purpose for it. So this is a bridge fold once again. Just a little bit of different decorating. I can show you one. This is the one I used. Oh, that did not stay. I'm going to have to get more glue. Turn it that way. Anyways, this was using the Flight and Airy, the Celebration DSP. So I was like, oh, I can do this again. So we are. Think it looks really great. Let's go over what you are going to need. I'm looking for my supplies. Now, I did mess up on my score line, so mine's going to have a little extra score line, but it won't show. So, you know, mistakes happen. And I cut 3 of these, and I wasn't cutting another one. So here we go. So we are doing the bridge fold. That means our card base is 4 1/4 by 8. And I just want to look at this. It is. I know one of the ones I cut was at 8 1/2. I was like, oh, I cut it wrong. So it is scored at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2. Forget that one. And 6 3/4. And I will go over it with the score, my trimmer, in a minute. DSP layers. Let me just get out all the supplies out of there. Here we go. So back DSP. You will need to cut 4. Now this time I didn't really care what flow it went into. I showed you with the Light and Airy. That did matter. But this one I don't think it's going to matter the way I'm decorating it. So I cut 4. At 1 by 4, that's those 4, and I'm using this print as you saw, and then I have a piece that is 2 3/4 by 4. Set that by the envelope. The back, I had to cut a piece of white at 2 3/4 by 4 for the back. I cut 2 full lengths of the vine. Yes, now this piece here, you can see where it was cut out of. This was 2 1/2 by 6 1/4. And I got these 2 full lengths of the die, okay, which we will be using part of the bottom for the center of the card. But I wanted to show you, this is the measurement if you want to just do it 2 at a time. So, and then I have a little extra left over. I have a partial one here that I may use. So I have that. You're going to cut these at 4 1/4. You're going to use the 2 long vines for the left and the right panel. Left and right. What is left over, you're going to use 1 upside down and 1 in the center. So die cut 1 small sentiment banner from the cardinal dies. Where did those disappear to? Yes. These were a gift from Miss Cynthia. Thank you. So I cut this one in the white, and I cut this one in the tartan foil. I'm just using the other side. That was a little bit of a change. And then we're going to stamp onto that one. You could use any die that fits the sentiment that you have. Please don't just think, oh my goodness, I can't do this because I don't have that. No, you can. So I die cut the small sentiment banner in white, the large sentiment banner in the copper clay foil or just copper clay. The bridge piece I've changed this. So I cut 1/2 by 5 1/2 in the DSP If you don't have the DSP, use the card base color. Because I'm using the DSP, I'm going to glue it on top of another piece of just white cardstock at 1.5 by 5.5 to get a little bit more support. A scrap of white to stamp the small flower in copper clay. And once again, I'm using the tartan foil in the copper clay choice, copper clay cardstock, and copper clay ink. And I'm using a blender pen, and we'll see what else I can get up to, right? So let's get started. I'm going to show you. So how did I make my mistake? Oh, I just did. So after I cut to the correct way. So this is 1 1/4. This is 4 1/4 by 8. 1, 2, and 3. 2 1/2. 1, 2, and 3. Now you can go down here to 5 1/2, which I accidentally put it like at 5. And score 1, 2, 3, then move it on down to 6 3/4 and score, or take it out, flip it around, get it to 1 1/4, score, 2 1/2, and score. I'm still going to use it. It's going to work. Please, please believe me. You won't even know it's there. Just you, me, and the rest of the world on YouTube will know what I've done. So we want it right there. Now I'm folding them all one direction, and then I'll fold it as it needs to be. So I folded them all one direction. Now the centerpiece, I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to fold it. This right side panel, fold it back and give it a good going over. I like to turn mine over. Fold it in, another crease, fold that back, give it another crease. And we have our card ready. So before we go any further, because this is a type of foil, type of DSP, we are going to stamp. So, and hopefully I get it straight enough. So we're going to do this field notes. And I want it right here in the corner, and hopefully it's straight enough. Don't smear it. All right, and then I'm going to use this little pattern one to go right here. So the one that says field notes, top left-hand corner, the little sketch one, the bottom right hand. Now I'm going to set this away from me so it will dry. Give it time because it does need to set up. I want to set those 2 blocks away from me. Now I want to show you how I did, oops, that little flower, because I already have it die cut to save time. So I just stamped it in copper clay. I brought in a good blender pen and I just went over the flowers, that little stem. This one, I just colored it. I'm keeping it all the same color scheme. Copper clay. And there's my little flower. Brush off your tip and your blender pen is ready to go. So there it is. This is it die cut. So that now I'm going to set over there. That's going to go back over there in the bin. We are going to stamp. Hopefully we get it right the first time. Today is all about you. Happy birthday. And last one I stamped, I had to flip it over and do it again. Nope, that will do it. Ooh, what else do we have to stamp? Oh, okay, so this is our back. We can stamp, or we're going to add, no, we're not going to stamp. We're going to add this leaf that matches our vines, this leafy vine bit. We are going to put one here and put one down here. And that's our envelope. Really simple Nothing heavy about it, just very simple and elegant, I think. I'm going to set that aside. Now, I do want to show you, if you are doing a clear envelope, this is what I would do. One up here, I know this is where the stamp is, and this is down the left-hand corner, but that is how that's going to go. I'm doing 2 gifts while I'm doing my cards for February. I'm doing 2 sets of everything I make for my aunt and for my girlfriend for their birthdays. So I think we have all of our stamping done. I want to add, I think, a little bit to this one. It means I'm going to have to get theirs out. So I think we will add a little sketch there. This is the back panel where you write. And add that and that. So just a little something on that back piece. I'm going to keep that open because if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and stamp theirs right now. They're in clear envelopes, so I need to, before I go and like close up everything, I can just do it real quick if y'all don't mind. Thank you. So, little there, little there. Next one, I can pick it up off the table. Little there, little there. My daughter and I are going to go get our nails done today. There. And there. Now it's all completely done. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I do appreciate it. All right. So I think we can go ahead and let's go ahead and start gluing our foil pieces down. So I want 2 on one side and 2 on another. I'm going to use the large Tombow. I'm worried about it being so cold out here. It snowed yesterday. It is so cold that the shower doesn't work. The pipes are frozen. So it happens. I don't know why it's always my bathroom shower that does it, guys, but it does it. I forgot to run the water in it. The water is running just barely in all of the sinks, but I forgot the shower, and therefore nobody can take a shower. You can take a bath if you want. You could take one in my bathroom. No, oh, no, you can't. The drain, I think, is frozen too. So maybe you can't. Not in my bathroom anyways. My grandson was so disturbed. He said, "What about the bidet?" I said, "The bidet is frozen also, Hank. Yes, you cannot use." So he's like, "I gotta go check mine." I'm like, "Go check your bidet." He's so funny. Oh, he is so funny. And you guys, I live in a mobile home. It's just a little bidet you add on to your toilet. That's all it is. And he is so funny. So let's see if that... Oh, it's a little wet, but I think it will do. I think we can get it on there. This is not the one. This is actually the one I did earlier for my aunt and my girlfriend, but it won't matter. It really won't. Okay. I think that's going to work right there. See, you just see a little bit of it there. We can also turn it over and glue our back piece on. This card is just extra special. It has an extra score line. So let's see. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. So we need to glue our 2 1/2-inch strips by 5 1/2, which may or may not need to be trimmed down a bit. Let me pick it up. Oh, it's getting colder. I turned the heater off so I could do this video. All right. Looks like I didn't do such a hot job at cutting. Anyways, this one, you're using the reverse side, not that side, the other side. And once again, I'm going to fold this one into itself using my grid. I cannot wait to get the new one. And I'm going to put glue right there in a swirly on the 1/2 inch mark and bring it all the way to the edge. I was like, did my little dog, I hear this little noise. My dog is not out here. I left her in the house. Oh, it's actually, this edge is at the 3/4 edge mark because I made a mistake. It's going to be okay. So now I'm going to turn it this way. Going to lift this up. We can actually move it up like that. I didn't think of that in the other one. Add my glue on that 1 inch line. Fold this down. And you can see it is a little long, so that's okay. I want it to be there. Give it a second because it's so cold. And then I'm going to fold it back and forth, making sure it's going each direction. Ask me how I know to do that. Yes, I've done it, and one card was so messed up. Trim that off. But there we have the startings of our card. This is not a hard one, everybody. So next we are going to glue these right there. Let me show you what I did on here. On here, I used the die with the circles on the foil, and it truly got covered up, so that was unnecessary to use that die. But all I did is I made that come to the top and this all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to do that. I just added glue down the entire stem, kind of like held it on here so I knew where to stop my glue, right there. And I just dotted glue on the rest. So then I'm going to cut it off. So we can do right or left first. It does not matter. Just in the center, up to the top. And I'm going to once again snip it off, turn it around. Now, when we snip this off, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and this little one's 4. We are going to trim off the one we broke off, and that is what we're going to use on the top and the bottom of the center of our card. So this side now, so if you're not comfortable with doing this, you can cut first, but I like to cut once I glue it down. So I'm gonna, you can put glue there, and this is gonna be my stopping point if you guys are uncomfortable doing it the way I do. So glue in the center line, and then dab a bit on all the little leaves because they're all going flush. They're not going on dimensionals. So there we have it. Then I'm going to pick it up. Be careful not to cut that one. We need that bit. Snip this. You can see this is where we cut. We want to keep that one. We're just going to round it off. So still goes back and forth. Now this is something I added. I decided to, once again, this is the double banner sentiment in the cardinal dies. Like I said, any banner strips you have that fit your sentiment, use those. You don't have to use mine. These were a gift I did not have, so I'm using them. So I added this little bit from here. We are going to glue this one in the center. And since that is real foily, let's use a bit of tear tape here. So I just want a piece of tear tape that big. And I want it in the center. Pokey tool time. Just trying to get it in the center of it. There. And this now I'm going to use dimensionals. I think I'm going to use this edge bit right there. Cut it in half again, because it really doesn't need like every single wear. That is going to be just fine. And this now is going to go in the center of that. Popped up. It just needed it. Okay, now where's my little, here is this little bit. Last time I put it on the right hand side. This time I think I'm not even sure if it really needs it, but I'm going to add it anyways. Wonder if I did it like that. Maybe. I'll have to think about that, because that's bugging me now. So next is one top going like this, one upside down, one not upside down. I want minis for the upside down one. So one there. Just 3 are going to do it. It helps having all these bits done. I can imagine having to, well, you guys having to watch me die cut everything. So some things I do, you know, like sometimes when I get an idea. So I'm moving this down so I can bring this to the very top of it. Oops. It needs to be in a little bit more. Don't be a bother. There. So there's the top one. Now this one is gonna get glued. Let's see. Maybe we'll put the flower on there. I may not use that flower at all, guys. Okay, where do I want to glue it to? I'm going to glue it in between here and there. You guys are like, what's here and there, right? Tear tape, because that's all it's going to be able to hold. Is a wee piece of tear tape, and that's because it's so cold. Otherwise, I would glue it. I'm putting the tear tape on this leaf, and then this leaf is going to go behind, maybe, if I can get it off. Yes, come. So now this one is going to go right, see if it'll, oh, that's going to go perfectly. It's going behind this. So there you have it. Ooh, look at that. And I honestly do not think that that is necessary. Maybe I'll stick that on the back. Oh, look at, gonna have to redo the back. I must have got ink somewhere. What did I do? Oh, I'm gonna have to make another one. We'll do it after the video. Or do I have one over here I can steal when the cards. I'll just cut them another one. All right. So now I wanted to show you guys also, before we go, these are copper clay. What are these? Copper clay dots. Now this is, you know, I'm all the time fighting with this package and trying to get this out when it has this bit on it. And so what I did, because this piece is usually right here, it says Stampin' Up, I just cut that off completely. I'm gonna now, I'll keep them then because I might show this. I had to cut out a section of these for my aunt and my friend. So now it's got that closure on it. I do want to tuck that closure in, tucking this inside there. And now when I go to grab it, hopefully I might just trim, let's just cut that off completely. That is now bugging me. So now I'm going to cut that plastic bit right off. And as I get my other ones out of the bling box, as I call it, now that is no longer going to be there. I can stick it on the back to where that tape is. cover that bit of tape. So there's no stickiness now. And now when I go to get in here, I can pull it directly out and I don't have this bit dealing with it. So just a little food for thought there. Might make life easier if you guys are like me and that you struggle with that. So now we have our enamel dots. We have 3 of them. Yeah, I really think my little flower is not going to do anything. So I'm thinking maybe one here. Let's do the little ones. I know I want the medium one there. The small one says, I am not playing with you today. Now I just want to look at it to see. You may not need the 3rd one, but I cut it off for a reason. We are going to put it somewhere. I think I am going to stick it right there. Yes, we are. And this wee little flower, I don't think I have a use for you. I mean, I don't like it on anything now. It went okay on the other version. So that is our card. This is our envelope, and it will fit into the envelope just like that. And really, I don't think this will cost an extra in the postage. I just don't. But be careful going side to side because it's getting ink, because it's still not dry because it's so cold. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that you are okay with me doing another bridge fold. It's just what I decided to create. I think it lends beautifully to those vines. And I hope that you would consider giving me a thumbs up, like, share. But as always, your comments mean more to me than even that. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would ask that you do so, as it does help me out if you enjoy my videos. If you are reluctant, that too is okay. But please, please, you are always welcome to come visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now.